Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen. So I'll be showing my own personal account on Perks at Work. So it might look a little bit different to what you are all used to, but this is what it looks like for me. I find that it's useful to share my own account so I can, show what it looks like and how personalized it is for all of our different organizations. So I work at NXJ, so Next Jump. We are the company behind Perks at Work. That we run Perks at Work for working with all of your HR teams as a benefit for you and your colleagues. And so when you first log in on perksatwork.com, enter your username and password and drop into the site, this is what your homepage will look like, or a variation of that. So Perks at Work itself is, like I mentioned, we have discounts and offers to help you save money. We have both discounts where you can save upfront on your purchases. We also have the ability for you to earn our sort of reward points called WOW points, which someone mentioned in the chat already. So that's a way that you can earn on some of the purchases you make as well. You can see here I've got quite a few WOW points saved up, and they're just a great way that you can save money in a sort of a piggy bank on your Perks at Work account and then spend them on the platform. So I tend to save them up so I can go on a nice holiday. So I've got almost £950 in my piggy bank right now. So I'm saving up, getting ready to spend on some fun activities which are much needed. So we have both the discounts up front, we have WOW points which you can earn and then spend on the site for travel, cinema tickets, your weekly groceries. I sometimes spend them on Just Eat takeaways, but then we also have our Community Online Academy, which you're all part of and joining now, which are our weekly live sessions on a Thursday. So it's not just on Perks at Work, we run fitness classes on here as well, which I can share a little bit more with you, but we run fitness classes from things like yoga to dance workouts to HIIT, Tai Chi, even going through to more sort of leadership, development, mental well-being topics, like a really amazing session on today from a featured speaker who's sort of a qualified, mental health advocate, talking about, let's shatter the secrecy around suicide and things like that, talking about mental health and the importance of it. I saw a couple of people talk about accidentally joining our UK tour. If you want to join our US tour, we are also running it here, getting to know Perks at Work US, so you will see it. But on this page, you'll see all the range of live classes that you can join, and you can also watch back any sessions that have been recorded in the past. So that ranges from, I know we've got a very popular class on learning Spanish. So if you ever fancy doing something like that, you can most definitely learn a huge range of topics through this platform. They're all free as part of your Perks at Work account. So it's a really great way to help save money on things like I mentioned, the things that often get cut during more money conscious times, things like gym memberships, extra classes, things like that, having fun and going out, learning TikTok dances, whatever it might be. You can make sure that you're still getting that and looking after yourself and having fun through the program. Okay, great. So that's the Community Online Academy, which you can all access here on the navigation bar. On here, you'll see few key things to point out. You'll see a different logo depending on which organization you're from. This is me, I'm from Next Jump, but you'll see probably 3 organizations there, or Perks at Work. And we have a range of categories here based on sort of what we have available on the program. So like I mentioned, travel to groceries to fashion, electronics, kind of you name it, you can access it on Perks at Work. So I'm just going to show you your homepage and how you can explore it. So we try and bubble up some of the most relevant content to you on the homepage. So we have what we call Perks Picks. So these are often offers that are handpicked by well-being contacts or benefits teams within an organization that try and showcase some of the things that they'd love you to see. So we work with some organizations that have their own EV discount schemes, so EV electric cars or vehicles. So they host those and show them here on their perks picks. So you'll often see these sort of rotate quite regularly, and they'll be relevant specifically to your organization. As we scroll down, we've got these 6 offers in the UK. These are 6 of the most popular offers on Perks at Work. People love buying Samsung. We've got a really great discount of an exclusive sort of best in market up to 15% off. And that covers a range of different things. So we have things like refrigerators, through to phones, to TVs. So really great way to save a lot of money. And you'll see here both that discount off and earning WOW points. So when we say 2x WOW points, it's sort of 2 times. So 1 WOW point is equal to 1 penny. So 100 is equal to £1 or 100 pennies. So this is the equivalent of 2% in WOW points. So if you spend £100, you'd get, it's equivalent of £2 back in WOW points as well. So it's just a really good way of stacking up the savings. So you both save on the discount and earn those WOW points over time, which you can spend and treat yourself on with some fun things.
Also, Rosie, just to add, hi everyone. Also, my name is Kathy. I'm also part of the Global Perks at Work team. However, I'm on the US side and decided to join quickly, but just wanted to add quickly onto this part here is that employee pricing tag that you might be noticing, that little orange tag right underneath it. You'll see that most of these have that. So that really denotes our best in market pricing that we have available on the platform. And just so you know how we're able to get this best in market, especially from brands like Samsung and Expedia, is really leveraging the power of the employee network that we do have, which is including all of you. So Perks at Work is a password protected site. And so everyone has to authenticate to log in, and we're able to leverage the power of this unique network that we have that you're involved in to be able to negotiate these deep discounts with these brands. So my background is on both our marketing and our merchant team. So a little insight into how we're able to secure these best in market discounts and pricing. And we try to make that as transparent for all of you, so you know what the best discounts are available on the platform. So we have this employee pricing tag. So just a little tidbit to add in there.
Yeah, that's a great tip. Thanks for calling out, Kathy. So keep your eyes peeled for this employee pricing tag. You'll also see at the top of the navigation bar, we will always have a little page here called employee pricing. Depending on your specific platform, it might be colleague pricing, member pricing, or whatever that might be, but it's always there and it's in that little tag you'll see on some of our best offers on the site. And so these are some of the ones I'd always recommend going and checking out. Very popular, so like I said, travel, electronics, cinema perks, so saving money on your everyday, your purchases going to the cinema, which I'm certainly enjoying going back to after the pandemic. We also have a section here on kind of top favorites at your organization. So these are the top offers that employees within my company in the UK are sort of loving, and they are, putting a heart next to. I just want to show you quickly how that works. So I'll click on this Fitbit offer and show you. So Fitbit here, you can see we have a 20% exclusive for a pre-order. We also have another 20% offer with Fitbit too. But we have sort of a code you can copy, and when you click shop now, it will take you out onto the Fitbit website. So where you just copy and paste that code at checkout, and then you'll get the 20% taken off your purchase. And so when you see here 104, there you can go, you can mark it as your favorite. And so you can see so 105 people have marked that as one of their favorite offers on Perks at Work. So I'd really recommend when you go through and just even browsing it for one of the first times, if you see brands in there that you love or offers that you think are great and you might want to come back to another time, go on and favorite those. You can always go back and revisit them by clicking on this button here to see all of your favorites. And you will also see ones that people in your organization are favoriting too. So you'll be able to spot some really cool offers. Some of them might be very well-known ones, like Apple, which we have an employee pricing with, but through to other ones which personally I haven't heard of, such as Head Out, which I think is a travel company. So it's just a great way of spotting some of the discounts available to you on the platform. And also on here, we have a range of sort of newly added merchants. So with Perks at Work, we obviously have discounts with those big brands like Samsung, Odeon, Cineworld, Tesco, Sainsbury's. But we also look to try and highlight and bring on offers with smaller and more local brands too. So you can see in here, these offers are generally all ones that have been nominated or referred by an employee just like yourself. They've said, I really love Outside In, for example, or they might know someone that works there and they've referred them to get onto Perks at Work and offer this 15% off to everybody on the network. So these are really often great, really small brands. Love this one, Poems by Post. We can get poems delivered to you by post of handwritten out of huge range of smaller great brands that have been nominated by employees just like yourself. So I'd always recommend checking those out. I think we're seeing a trend as we're coming up closer soon to the end of the year with Christmas shopping and all of those kind of big shopping periods around the corner. A lot of people are looking to both get the best value out of what they purchase, but also to shop sort of more consciously. So shopping local, shopping with small brands, and really kind of aligning their purchases to their values as well. This is a great way of doing it. You can see a similar theme here on sustainability and highlighting things like women-owned businesses. Yeah, so I think that's just a great way for you when you first land on Perks at Work to explore. And like I said, it might look a little bit different depending on your own account and which organization you work for. I think one of the things that Kathy and I wanted to walk through was just after that, show you some of the most popular things that you can purchase on Perks at Work. And make the most of the discounts on here. So I think one of the really popular ones, which we can walk through, is around what we call cards and e-codes. So these are both physical shopping cards that get delivered to you in the post, but also instant shopping cards, so digital codes, which you can use as well. So these are a great way to save money on big everyday brands. You'll see in here all of the major grocers from Sainsbury's through to Aldi, Morrison's, Waitrose. So you can save, for example, at Sainsbury's, you can save 5% off on one of these reloadable shopping cards. So that means if you purchase the card, you can then go in store, and when you go to pay, you essentially use that card instead of using your debit or your credit card, and it has the funds on it, just like a normal sort of gift card. But it means not only can you earn, things like the Nectar points and all of that sorts of stuff, and you could also get 5% off. So when you purchase £100 worth of money at Sainsbury's, you only pay £95 for it. Which when you spend, a lot of money on your weekly shop, I know I do, it's one of our biggest expenses. It's a really great way of saving money. And you can either choose for a lot of these to either get the upfront discount, so that 5% off, or you can instead earn the equivalent of 5%, those 500 WOW points. So I often choose to do the WOW points because I like to store them up in my WOW points piggy bank because it's a great way of me seeing just how much money I've saved over the year, so I can treat myself later. But that's a great way for you to save on your sort of weekly shopping. And you can see as well with these e-codes and shopping cards, there's a range of different brands. So I'm very guilty for buying a lot of stuff through ASOS. You can see I mentioned here Just Eat, Laithwaite's Wine, huge range of brands on here. So it's a great way of saving, equivalent of 8% on your shopping, say at H&M, even Airbnb. which is fantastic because Airbnb do not discount anywhere. Or even Aldi, who don't discount either. So it's just a really great way of sort of saving those, the 2 to the 7% on a regular basis. So I'd recommend doing that. And like I mentioned, you can either buy the physical cards that you top up and you just keep in your wallet and use it at the store, or you can buy the instant digital codes, which they'll often have a barcode which you can scan in person, or they'll have a code which you can copy and paste and put into checkout if you're purchasing online. So they're really easy to do. I saw one of the other questions earlier. Someone was asking about card linked perks, which is essentially how you can sign up your debit or your credit card and earn points without really having to do anything else. So if you have this available on your platform, and it'll be under the More drop down on the navigation bar here, card linked perks. So if we'll click on this, and we'll show you what the page looks like and how it works. So I've actually already registered all of my cards for card link perks, but essentially the way that it works is you simply put in your credit and your debit card details onto here, and you click to link the card with Perks at Work. We have relationships with a lot of retailers. The offers might change. You can see some on here. We've got quite a lot with sort of Thorpe Park, Alton Towers, Sweaty Betty. Occasionally we'll have Morrison's or other brands come on here. And all you do is, once your card has been linked, next time you go and purchase with that brand, say next time you go and purchase a Sweaty Betty workout gear, you don't have to do anything. Just by virtue of spending and paying with that card that is linked, you will then earn that equivalent of 12% back straight onto your Perks at Work account. So there's really nothing extra you have to do. And you don't have to sign up for each individual offer. You just link once and it's there, and it's super easy to do. So there's a huge range of brands on here. And like I mentioned, sometimes we'll have supermarkets come on for a few weeks at a time, so you can save quite a lot of money. Just super easy trick on how to do that there. So all you do is click manage your cards or add a card here, and I'd recommend you go and do that after this call. Okay. Yeah, so we've walked through a couple of easy ways. So registering your card for card link perks, it's a no-brainer. So I'd recommend you go and do it. Using shopping cards and the digital shopping cards to purchase your groceries, or even your treats, like your fashion clothing, or your deliveries, or even your Xbox vouchers. There are lots of those brands are there on the e-codes and the cards. And I'll just also show you as well. I don't know if Kathy, you want to talk about travel and just explain sort of how the travel platform works.
Yeah, so travel is actually one of our most popular discounts available on the platform. It's a meta search that we have enabled on the site. So think about when you're usually shopping for travel, you're probably checking different sites like Kayak, Trivago, Booking, Expedia. And the best thing about our travel platform is actually we aggregate all of those search results all into one. I think our best example here is for hotels. So Rosie right now is actually looking for hotels in New York. Looks like she might want to come visit me here in New York City. And you'll see here that we actually populate it. We show you all the best pricing available here. You'll actually see the employee pricing tag on these as well. And you'll see that they're coming from Expedia, or you'll see the comparison there with a Priceline. But Expedia is the best price that you'll get. Agoda. So you get to check all of those different sites that you probably would normally, but all available in one search here through Perks at Work. And you'll also see the amount of WOW points that you'll earn on here. So if you're spending about £2,000 to stay at this very fancy West House, New York, you'll earn the equivalent of £93 on your stay there. So, and then Rosie can use those £93 on top of her what was it, Rosie? How much did you already have available? Another 900, almost 1,000 to book another hotel. She could actually use some of those WOW points here if she'd like to save some, to save on her trip here. And as you'll see, she'll scroll down here, we have different options available. One thing to keep in mind here is just the free cancellation and non-refundable. Those are applicable. Sometimes we do see some customers write into customer service about trying to refund a non-refundable hotel cancellation. So just something to keep in mind. We try to make everything as transparent as possible. So you'll even see there excludes a daily fee. We want to make sure that you're aware of everything that's available. And the other thing about travel, it's actually one of our One Cart products. So when Rosie chooses a hotel she'd like to stay at, she'll actually check out directly through the Perks at Work platform, as opposed to clicking out and shopping out there. So everything will actually be taken care of right through here. And our best discounts are really on hotels.
Yeah, it's quite dangerous because I'm not clicking through because I've got all of my details on here, but because I have, all of my details, my address, I could click through here and then click to book this hotel within about 2 clicks. So it's quite dangerous, but it's also a great way of saving.
And also, if Rosie were to use her WOW points, and if she were to find a hotel that was about 900 for the entire stay, she'd be able to pay for it all completely with her WOW points. And so that's really one of the benefits with WOW points, especially with her One Cart features. That'll be Insta burn, as we call it, Insta redeem. She would never even have to swipe her credit card. Those are actually some of the best parts about using Perks at Work is when you've accumulated a lot of WOW points and you're able to essentially give yourself a perk and get something for free or 50% off, or if you've been saving up. So it's another way to just keep saving and eventually use it. I recommend using it for the holidays. Holidays are a great time to earn, but also a great time to redeem. I think a couple of years back, I was able to accumulate enough WOW points to buy my entire immediate family all gifts using my WOW points. So I didn't even have to swipe my credit card. I bought my dad a Samsung watch. I bought my mom tickets to go see The Lion King in New York. And I forget what I got my brother, but it was all through Perks at Work and entirely free.
That's great. And I think on here as well, especially for hotels, is we also offer a best price guarantee if you go through and you make this booking on Perks at Work. We're super confident we're going to be able to give you the best price in the market. So we'd really recommend, if you're ever going to be booking hotels, please go on and check here, because you don't want to book and then come back and realize later that you've missed out on a really good discount and some WOW points. Yeah, I've done that before, and I'm very angry with myself. Even when I learned that we've got, you can earn 3% WOW points on IKEA, I was like, oh my gosh, 3% doesn't sound that much, but when you have these brands that don't discount at all, it really adds up over the year. So it's a great way of saving. Yeah. And so these are just some of the most popular, but you'll see there are a huge range of brands. We have sort of thousands here on Perks at Work. So I would really recommend that you go on, you explore, you favorite, use the little heart to favorite the ones you're most interested in, and really check out, of all the ways that you currently spend right now and all the brands you spend at, what could you be saving money on? It's clear things like groceries, travel, fashion, electronics. I saved myself a few £100s when my washing machine broke and flooded my whole kitchen floor. Not much fun, but I was at least grateful that I could save a few £100s on buying a very expensive new washing machine. And buying things like cleaning or whatever it might be from Wix or B&Q. That truly is a way to save money on here on so many brands. So I'd always recommend you come on and check it out. You can always go, as Kathy mentioned, that employee pricing, check those out, because those are some of our best, this really special non-public pricing that you'll see on here. Lots of great discounts and lots of exciting things that you can buy. Yeah. I think those were some of the questions that we wanted to share. And yeah, I just saw Stephen asking, I missed the bit about CardLink perks. Is it as simple as you register your debit card to Perks at Work, and every time you use it in any of the stores, you earn points? So yeah, pretty much. So essentially, you link your debit or your credit card to Perks at Work on that. Under the More button, there is a CardLink perks page here. You link them, give it 24 hours for everything to get synced up in our system. And then any of the brands that are on the card linked perks page, so we have a deal with them to use card linked perks, you can earn wow points on. So it truly is as simple as that. It's a one-time thing. And we often do sometimes get the question of, can we add, wow, Geraldine, you just as I was about to say it, you just asked the question, can we add family members' cards to earn wow points, or just my card? You can add family members' cards with their permission. So yeah, you can add multiple cards onto there. So it's just a super easy way of saving money. Okay. Interesting. And I think, how long does it take for cards to arrive? So our shopping cards so the physical cards when you purchase, say at Sainsbury's, so let's do those. They normally take 3 to 5 working days. They're sort of posted through, I think, Royal Mail. So they take 3 to 5 working days to get delivered to your house. You put in, it's all purchased through Perks at Work. You put in, your delivery address and all that kind of stuff. And then they arrive at your house through the post. One thing that we sometimes do recommend is purchase just the card for, £1, and then go ahead, once you've got your reloadable card, just top it up from there, and people will top that up. And when you top them up every time, it can take 1 to 3 days for the top up to come through from Sainsbury's. So often people will top up their cards just after payday when they decide, I'm going to spend this much money on my groceries at Sainsbury's this month, so I'll top it up just after payday, and everything will be there for the rest of the month. So that's what we definitely recommend. Okay. So I have, we used to get, I don't know if you know any of the answers to these ones, Kathy. We have some perks for working parents on myfamilycare.co.uk, MMC. I am not familiar with that personally. So if we have, it sounds like it might be specific to your organization. So we, as far as I'm aware, we can search for it. You can always search for any brand through the search bar here. It doesn't look, nothing's coming up for that. So it sounds like it's probably an exclusive offer that you might have by being virtual of an employee at your company. So sometimes HR benefits teams choose to add those onto Perks at Work, so you can see everything in one place. But I think in this case, it's not included onto the program. So it would be more specific to your organization.
I think that answer also applies to Josephine, who asked about hotel discounts in cities where Allstate headquarters were located in. That also sounds like it may be an exclusive to, I'm assuming you're part of Allstate, in which they have that in there. So as Rosie mentioned, certain organizations will have their exclusives on the Perks at Work, but they're managed directly by your benefit or HR team. So I think that may be what's happening for you, Josephine.
But would recommend you check out and see if there are any hotels in that area on the travel there.
Yeah. I think Mark asked a question about a feature where you used to set a percentage of discount or WOW points for a particular retailer. I don't think I'm familiar with this feature, Mark. I don't know if you want to unmute and clarify what this feature was. On the line. Well, if anyone has any more questions, still have a couple of minutes. Feel free to put in the chat or unmute.
Yeah, I can see one question from Georgia asking, is there a way to check remaining amounts on the shopping cards? Answer is yes. Just answer that. On the shopping cards, when you've purchased them, you'll see here some of the ones that I've purchased in the past. You can often, each individual retailer will have it will be on the page, they'll have a unique URL, which is, Sainsbury's, that will tell you essentially you can go in, you can put in your 16-digit shopping card link, so the card number, and then they will tell you exactly how much you have left. I'm just trying to think. I think it might actually be on the page itself. But what I'd recommend is there's definitely a way to do it. Normally, for example, I'd probably Google Sainsbury's check my balance, and all of these websites will have their way of checking the balance on their card. No problem, Georgia. But yeah, so it's easy to check and it's easy to top up all through Perks at Work. No problem. The other question that I don't think has been asked, but I'm reminded by Geraldine's question, is can we add family members' cards to earn the WOW points? But we do also have the ability, beyond just those card link perks, to add family members to access Perks at Work as well. So we have a feature called Invite, which allows you to go on and share your sort of Perks at Work program with your friends and family. So you're given sort of a unique URL, which you can share, copy and paste. For instance, I've got my sister and her husband have an account on here. I've got a couple of friends who use it. So all you do is copy the link and then they're able to go on and access Perks at Work. And it's just a great way to be able to share the benefit of these discounts to your friends and family. So they have access to the Community Online Academy, those free live classes, and they can get access to a lot of these discounts as well. I think one of the key things to know about that is, so some of the discounts might not be exactly the same with your friends and family, just because they wouldn't qualify for some of the very strict regulations on that employee pricing that Kathy mentioned, but the vast majority of it looks exactly the same. So if you want to, spread that benefit out to your family members, the people that are close to you, that's a really great way of doing it too. Oh, I love that, Lauren. This is great. Only regret is that you didn't start it earlier. I'm glad to hear, Lauren. Well, you can catch up now. You've got December and November, two of the biggest shopping periods. So now is the time to start and get ahead of it. But it's asking, are there any limits to how many friends and family you can have access to? So normally we say, I think the limit is around 10 people you can give access to. So if there is a specific limit, it will be stated on that invite page, but I think the normal limit is around 10. But yeah, so please do share that with your friends and family. I know I also gave it to my parents. When they were doing a renovation on their house, and they were so happy they could earn the points and get the discounts from B&Q. So it's just a great way of doing it. And the other question was around, if WOW points are earned on different cards, do they all go into one WOW points account, or does each card get a WOW points account? So if you have multiple cards on one Perks at Work account, all of the WOW points will be associated with that one Perks at Work account. If you have, for instance, if I have my Perks at Work account and my sister has hers, and she's got her card registered on hers, I've got mine registered on mine, the WOW points would be separate depending on what we earn. So everybody who has their own individual Perks at Work account, the WOW points go there. So no, sadly, no way of sharing points between family members just yet. So question is, if you wanted to be notified when a retailer changes their gift card offer, e.g. from 4% to 5%, you can receive a notification to tell you. If you set it, does this feature still exist? So I do not think this particular feature exists, but whenever we have offers, say particularly Sainsbury's and Tesco's, I can give you a sneak peek the week commencing the 19th of September, so in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to have an increased discount for Tesco's and Sainsbury's. I think their shopping cards and e-codes. So it's going to go, I think, increase in 1%. So maybe from 4% to 5%. So we will normally email out pretty widely to employees about that, so they're aware. Just because we tend to see about 6 times as many people purchase their Tesco or their Sainsbury's shopping cards in that week, as you can imagine. So expect to get an email probably about that soon. And if you want to make sure you get the email, I'd recommend you go on and sort of favorite the offers, and you're more likely to get email communications from us about the offers that you've favorited and the ones that you like.
You can also go into your account settings and opt in to receive email notifications, perks alerts from us. And you can set your frequency in there as well if you want to stay more up to date in what's currently happening on Perks at Work. Otherwise, you can always check the homepage. Most likely will have the newest and what's latest available on there.
Oh, yes, and just see Lauren's asking a question about Premium Coa live in London, event every Thursday. Yes, of course. So we run in some of our core offices, so our London office, our New York office, where Kathy is based, and also our Boston office. On Thursdays, we also run some of the classes. Some of the instructors come into the office and they run those classes. So if you are interested and you wanted to come and do that, you can purchase a ticket to come in and do that on the day. We have, normally we'll have some Pilates, it's very popular, some sort of One Sculpt fitness classes and things like that. And you can come in, join in, do those live with the instructor. It's normally maybe 2 or 3 people in the class. So it's a really great way of getting people to help you on your form if you want to improve. And we also have food available here throughout the day as well. So that's a really fun way of doing it. And you can purchase that right here. You can reserve a spot here on the, once a week. Sadly not for this week because today is Thursday, but you can reserve your spot for a future week on here as well. One of the key things is we only allow people to purchase them with their WOW points. So essentially the intent here is to help encourage people who save money on Perks at Work. They get access to this exclusive discount because they are the ones who have WOW points, so they can go on and purchase this. So if I think it's £25 worth of WOW points, which are super easy to earn if you buy that Sainsbury's card, if you buy some of the other things. So you can reserve your pass to come in, and I would really recommend it because it's awesome because the food alone makes up for £25. We have a great chef come in, they cook some great food, but also the classes you can make the most of as well. And in London, we'll have on a Thursday, we have a masseuse come in. So you can get a massage too, all for £25. So it's an absolute steal. Oh my gosh, Lauren, if a new plan, save WOW points for the flight to New York and attend the premium day there. I mean, Kathy will let us know if you do, Lauren, because Kathy will host you
with open arms. Granted, the masseuse is the one thing we don't have. However, one of our chef is a 3-star Michelin chef, so.
And I often have someone with their hairdressing.
Yes, and we have our in-house salon. So
on a Thursday. So guys, save up your WOW points and then spend them on Premium Coa. It's a perk that we provide to people who earn those WOW points, save them, are loyal users of Perks at Work. So you can always register for that, and we would always love to host you in one of our offices on a Thursday. We hope to see you there, Lauren, either in London or New York.
Or plot twist Boston.
Plot twist, yeah. But yeah, it has been wonderful speaking with you all. We run these sessions once a month, so please, if I hope if you enjoyed it, I hope you did. Currently registering all your cards. That is great, Lauren. Please tell your colleagues about this. It's all of the sessions for the rest of the year are available to RSVP, so they can come along and join. If they ever ask you, oh, what are WOW points anyway? How does it all work? Just get them to come along to this, and we can, spread the news, like, share, and subscribe. Exactly. Spread the news about this session. We're always
Smash
here to
that
answer any
subscribe button.
questions. Okay. Oh, great. Thanks, everyone. It's been wonderful hosting you. But I think if there are no more questions, we'll end the session there. And yeah, hope to see you joining another Community Online Academy class. So lesson for today is link your card on CardLink Perks. Please begin saving on your groceries because gosh, they're so expensive and we have to buy them. So please save on those. It's a really easy way to do it. Join another Community Online Academy class. So this is just Perks at Work, but save money on a gym membership. Join a HIIT class, join a Tai Chi class, learn how to speak Spanish. Please make the most out of it. And I think those are my 3 top tips. And of course, come to Premium Coa on a Thursday when you've earned those WOW points. But lovely speaking with you all. I'm sure we'll see you again soon at another session.